which is another sixth, which is a mostly consonant interval, so that's okay. Then we have here an A against a D, which is a fourth. So that could be okay. Let's see if he resolves it to a third. He does. Okay, so this is where this gets interesting, because he does resolve it to a third, A to C. However, the bass note has moved on by that point. So this is where counterpoint gets really interesting, and we're going to talk a lot about counterpoint in the next section. But so basically what we have here is a fourth between this A and this D, and now we have an F and a C, which is a fifth, which resolves to an F and a B. Now the fifth doesn't need to resolve, so that's okay. But up next he goes to an F and a B flat, which is a fourth, and then from a C to an A, which is a sixth, and then from a C to a B flat, which is a minor seventh, and then an F to an A, which is a major third, and then an F to a G, which is a second, and then he resolves that to a unison. So this second resolves down to a unison, and then it keeps going. So we could go through here and figure out every single interval and where it's going and what it's doing. But the key that I want you to remember here is that in a passage like this, it's not that this note is an interval and this note is not an interval because nothing's here. You have to consider that this is also here. And this continues on. This one continues on during this note. This one continues on during this note, and etc., right? Let's see if I can find another example of that. I think everything here is eighth notes or 16th notes. These obviously are note to note, right? This is an interval, that's an interval, that's an interval, that's an interval. Yeah, pretty much everything is eighth notes. But so this F we would compare against this B flat here. So keep that in mind when you look at intervals. Okay, I'm going to give you this piece of music just for fun in the next section, and then a worksheet to practice some of your interval naming stuff. And then we'll move on and talk about counterpoint.